third-person point of view is going to review Inception.
With Leonardo DiCaprio and Ellen Page. Ellen Page happens to be from where we live.
So does that mean you're going to be overly hard on her performance?
No.
Okay.
And I'm not going to be overly easy on it either.
Okay.
Why don't you start it by telling people what this movie is about?
This movie is science fiction, action, art house type of movies, so reality it's not really set in the present time.
Kind of like The Matrix.
Yeah. In this fictitious universe, people are able to break into their dreams, design dreams, and then have those dreams play out in other people's heads.
Like Freddy Krueger.
Essentially.
So Ellen, I don't know if she's playing a high school student or a college. College. I don't know if she was just in a school. They recruit her to help with this alternate realities.
Yeah.
And she discovers some very interesting things about Leonardo DiCaprio along the way.
Yeah, she's kind of the character that's there to peel information out of Leonardo DiCaprio to give to the audience.
So, anything else you want to add before
to the setup?
Yeah.
I'll go a little further into the plot. A lot of good actors here. Ken Wantabe, I believe his name is, from The Last Samurai. Hasn't really done a lot of work lately, but it's good to see him. He's the guy who sets up the job. He wants something done. They test Leonardo DiCaprio early on to see what he can do, and then he signs him up for this job where the payoff will be Leonardo DiCaprio will get his kids back.
Yep.
So he needs to get the crew together, and that's where Ellen Page comes in.
It almost sounds weird saying her name. That's when Ellen Page comes in.
Yeah. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is also in the cast. He's kind of like the right-hand man to Leonardo DiCaprio. He makes all the shit happen. He is like thrown into like an action starring role.
It was kind of weird to see Leonardo DiCaprio be that older character, I think, this time around. Like, as much, because he never really has children, and he's always that younger sort of guy, but now he's finally getting older looking.
Yeah.
He's now can play this more like what you said before, like this Tom Cruise sort of character. So it's kind of funny to see him then be surrounded by all these new, young-looking actors.
Yeah, which are actually like his like contemporaries. Like I think Joseph Gordon-Levitt's really close to his age.
Yeah.
And so Lucas Haas from the opening, he's like relative to his age and stuff. Ellen Page is a bit younger.
Yes. But it was interesting to see
them play grown-ups.
Yeah. Because you don't see that often.
No. What does it for me in this movie is the script. The script is really good. They throw information at you at a pace where you don't get too bored. And the twists are good, and there's nothing like completely that throws you around. The visuals are so good that pulls that script together that you don't mind it. I thought Shutter Island was a little looser, and kind of they're trying to go for the same effect of having like
you're in your subconscious or whatever.
And thinking about being inside the mind.
I would agree with you for that. I found some parts were a little matrixy though.
Yeah, a lot of reminders.
Stolen. Like there was a lot of different reminders,
and
I have a problem with the director, right?
Christopher Nolan. Yeah, I think you're not really. You like some stuff. You liked. I'm spacing. Al Pacino and Robin Williams in Alaska.
Oh, Insomnia.
Yeah,
I really liked Insomnia. Yeah. Anyways, but the point is what really did it for me was I guess the writing and then the editing was really good because I get lost really easily in subplots and then when you're doing like dream sequences, I never know like are you in the dream now or are you not in the dream now, and without not saying I need obvious edits, but I found that this was like a lot of what I think if Shutter Island had it, it would have been a lot better.
Yeah,
you would have had a smoother.
They balanced like four 4 locations simultaneously, and to have you believe that it's like a dream connected. I think they did that really well of sustaining. This is what we're doing and being really clear and concise.
Yeah.
What didn't you like?
Well, I just didn't like that a lot of some of the shots were just typical, like things that you've seen in other movies, like but
the low angle on the faucets.
Yeah, and then just the stuff that really reminded me of The Matrix, like when they had suspended gravity or whatever. But I liked it, you know, to the point that you couldn't just completely control your dream. Like, you couldn't just will upon yourself something completely different, which you see a lot in movies like this.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there wasn't really a lot that I didn't like. I thought Ellen Page was a little weak in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, her character and her voice. And then I found, it almost seems like, you know, they probably shot that first. And then after she got comfortable with the cast and crew, like, then she really came out. Because it seemed like in the beginning of the movie, she was really not there. And I don't know if that was the character.
I was trying to pay particular detail to what she was doing on screen. A lot of her early dialogue were like one-liners. She didn't really have a monologue to establish herself. She was really doing a lot of response because she was being led along by Leonardo DiCaprio, similar to how Neo was led along by Morpheus through the Matrix for the first time and stuff like that.
So I saw a lot of similarities to that, but I mean, at this point, I can't watch something expecting it always going to be new stuff all the time. So, but I thought it was a really good movie, and I would give it a full price.
Would you? I want to say what I didn't like about it.
Okay.
Way too much action. Like, really, like the portions that were like Born Identity and like 24, and just too much guns and bullets for me. Like, I don't know. This is like a particular beef I have with action movies. It's just too much. And that was definitely what was going on for a good portion of it. But the writing was so good, and what they did visually with other stuff, and like just one point is like that this is decent CGI. And there's another part where I could see the plates they were using to make motion. I could pick that one apart, but the earlier stuff I really couldn't pick apart. The CGI was really blended well. But just the explosions and the bullets.
I feel that was put in, as much as put in there was so that it would appeal to a wide variety of people.
Yeah.
You know.
And it works. I could see like why people would dig on this, because it's like an art house action movie.
So I liked it. What was your rating?
I gave it borderline full price. Just because there was a bit too much action in it. But the dialogue and the plot and the way it was written was just, in the editing, as you mentioned, so strong that I couldn't say this is a matinee. This is a full price. I'd recommend this to anybody. This is probably the best thing that's coming out this summer.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.